Hello guys, I hope you're all doing great. Well, it's another busy day here at the homestead. We are shelling our maize, the maize we just harvested. The harvesting process was quite tedious considering it's been really hot lately and then we were doing it manually. So today we are lucky to get a corn sheller. We've hired it. We don't own one because we don't need it like every day. It's something we use occasionally, just when we harvest. That is, we use it twice a year, so it doesn't make sense keeping it for the rest of the year doing nothing. The corn sheller makes the work very light. It takes just a few minutes to clear all this maize we have here. And guys, I'm so surprised. I was complaining about a poor harvest, but as we continue shelling, I realize I'm getting so many bags of maize. I didn't expect this much, and I'm so grateful for this. Our barn is already full of maize, which is just enough for us to eat for the whole year and more. So what I've harvested will be sold later in the year. Around June, we expect prices to go up, so I'm just going to store them safely until then, when I will sell. As the law of demand dictates, when there's a surplus, usually the prices go very low. So right now, it's like all farmers are harvesting and maize is quite cheap. But in the coming months, as the supply goes down, then we expect the prices to rise. I also take advantage of the low prices to buy more bags and store them to resell when the prices are high. Now that's how to be a smart farmer and a business person. I'm always so grateful for my neighbors. I don't know what I would have done without them. The machine is so fast, so we really need people running around, and they always come through. That's the beauty of the village. People are always willing to help whenever help is needed. My day is not done yet. I have a very busy afternoon today. And before I get into the afternoon activities, let me make a snack, guys. My aunt is a vegetarian, and every time I visit, she makes some really delicious vegetable dishes. And I'm just learning to be creative with the vegetables I have. If you can, you've noticed I never grow eggplant in my garden. It's just because I honestly don't know what to do with it. But recently I visited my auntie and she made this really nice crunchy vegetable snack, which I want to try today. She mixed us with a lot of other vegetables, but I'm just gonna get creative with just the eggplant. I don't think there's a specific formula in cooking anything. It's just about your own creativity with the kind of food you make. These days I can eat things like broccoli, cauliflower, things I never ever liked. And it's because I've learned to make them be very interesting for my taste buds. For today's recipe, I've decided to peel the eggplant, but you can as well have the cover on. Then just slice them up the way I am doing, just in case you want to try this recipe. Once sliced, then you just blanch as I'm doing. Don't keep them for long. We don't need them very soft. Just blanch a bit. On a separate dish, mix all-purpose flour and all the spices you like. I used curry powder, paprika, garam masala, the salt. So here you can just do your favorite spices. Next, we are going to beat 1 or 2 eggs, just depending on the amount of eggplant you have or the vegetables you want to fry. Next, we dip our blanched eggplant into the egg. And then once it's all covered in the egg, then we are going to brush it with all the mixture of the spices and the all-purpose flour that we had prepared. After covering it with the dry ingredients, then we are going to leave it for a few minutes so that it absorbs all the spices as we heat our oil. Then we fry it in hot oil. Just leave it until it's well fried and looks crunchy. It tastes better when crunchy. You can prepare a sauce of your choice, but I'm going to use tomato sauce. It still tastes great with tomato sauce too. Guys, you need to try this recipe. Even the children will enjoy this. Children hate vegetables, but I think if you prepare it this way, they're gonna love it. It's quite a sunny afternoon. I feel really exhausted, especially after that work in the morning. And now that I'm full, I just feel like sleeping. You know, that afternoon power nap? That's what I need right now. But before I do that, guys, let me take you to the site and give you an update on what's going on. We are finally installing the roof of my neighbor, guys. I am so happy, and they are also very, very happy. I asked you guys to help me with this, and I am so grateful for all of you who came through. I know there are those of you who would have wished to contribute, but maybe their finances didn't allow. I am still grateful, and God knows you are willing to do this. I also got some really harsh comments. Okay, guys, I really don't wish to be a beggar, but I was forced because I really had to do something for my neighbor and the kids. I think what touched me most was the kids who live in this house. The roof installation is not complete yet, but guys, you can see how it's coming along. And you have built a house big enough for the entire family. The kids won't have to run to the neighbor's house again. And they now have bedrooms, although they'll be sharing the bedrooms, guys, but that is just great. Their little house didn't have a bedroom for them. There was only a room for their parents, and maybe they slept on the floor. I've not asked, but most of the time they always slept at the neighbors. So they are so happy. You should see their faces. In Kenya, we say Asante sana. That means thank you very much. Asante sana, guys. So our next stage is installing the window frames and the doors. And I know this will happen. We've come this far. And I don't think God brought us this far to abandon us. We are going to complete this project. As I always say, just start. So we started with what we had, and God provided the rest through you. And we are just about to complete this project. Tomorrow we will be doing the walls, and the neighbors have offered to do the walls for free, guys. How amazing. Unfortunately, I won't be around to film it, but I will come back later and show you just how much they have done. May God expand your territories in health and in wealth for putting a smile on someone else's face. If you wish to support us and see us complete this project, please find the details in the description box below. And once again, thank you so much. For now, I've got to go back home and have some afternoon nap on this really sunny day. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's been amazing walking this journey with you. Bye bye for now. I'll see you in the next. See ya.